chicos, ¿qué tal están? Estoy en un nuevo vídeo. Estamos en el canal de TheMexicanRunner, pero antes lo quería copiar, pero ya no lo voy a copiar. Os voy a mostrar las partes que me han parecido interesantes. Suscribiros sí o sí, porque es súper bueno. Bueno, comenzamos por lo vale. Le doy la pantalla completa. Poner pantalla completa y ahora.
Okay, it's time to give it another try. Let's.
Well, this is the first time the weapon swap glitch really comes into play. So usually in a casual playthrough, you're just going to be shooting one type of weapon. But if you look to the lower left of the screen, you're going to be seeing it's going to be alternating between these two weapons throughout the entire fight. And the reason that is because each weapon usually has a cooldown. But if you spam that weapon swap, then the cooldown, you're kind of having the two weapons sharing their cooldowns. So in between two boomerangs, you're fitting in a lobber shot. And you're just doing like twice as much damage as you normally would in a casual play. So that allows, he basically skipped the second phase. The second phase began, and immediately the game says, well, you've done enough damage to just go right to the third phase, so just go ahead and do that. So we're in the third phase already right now, and once again, TMR is just going to be spamming these shots as quickly as possible. And again, I want to just reiterate here, taking no damage, doing it quickly, looking for three things to parry, and fitting in EX shots, and he did it.
I hope I did it.
Yeah, we are. Whoopi LeGrand. Aaron, you know this game better than me. Do you think that we missed anything in that intro to this game?
I think we covered it. There's going to be a lot more stuff to talk about, but the main things to understand this run are the things that you cover, so you did a great job, Lenny, as always.
Cool. So yeah, this is a much slower fight, so just keep in mind, he's looking for three pink things to parry. This boss has him very fixed. He's about to spawn those three question marks, and TMR's already got him, so he never needs to worry about parries on this level. Some levels, it's very random. This level, they're set. He's already on phase 3 of this fight, and phase 3 is over, so that's it.
There's going to be some anticipation here as we wait for the results screen.
Yeah.
Pero no la voy a mostrar. Esta. De Kendrick.
Okay. But here we have this boss who is going to be Cagney Carnation, I think?
Yes.
Cagney Carnation. So there's actually a lot of improv in this first phase of this boss. Because he needs to be making decisions. Should I be damaging the boss? Or should I be clearing all these bullets from around the screen and making sure I have enough room to navigate? So he's always just going to be adapting. And he needs to be careful because the things you're parrying in this level are those pink seeds falling from above. But when you parry something, you kind of get a double jump, as it were. So you jump higher. Meanwhile, the damage is all, the projectiles are all coming from the top of the screen. So the parry sends you higher, and then like potentially risks kind of flinging you into another enemy. So TMR just has to make this judgment. Do I clear the screen? Do I kill the boss? Here we are in phase 2. Phase 2 usually lasts pretty short. We'll see how this goes. And then phase 3 begins. TMR does so much damage, it's not too bad. He can duck on the right side, but what's really careful is, oh, nice.
Very good.
He had to be careful.
I don't know if I got this wrong.
Oh, what do you think might have gone wrong?
The special.
Y ahora voy a enseñar la baronesa bombón.
Yeah, that's right. It's the contrast of the, well, I mean, the devil that is
¿No va a pasar
trying
esto?
to mortify citizens, but I'm gonna go to Baron Harness.
All right, here we go, Baroness von Bon.
Baroness von Bon.
The first 3 phases are made up of a few mini bosses. There are 5 potential ones. This is the hardest one. There are 5 potential mini bosses. TMR is going to be fighting 3 of them. Meanwhile, not only does he have to be dealing with those mini bosses, there are also these kind of jelly beans along the bottom of the screen, and those are where the parries in this stage come from. So if he gets unlucky, he's already gotten 2, which is pretty nice, especially for the second mini boss. Here's the third one. So TMR is good on parries. Now he just needs to worry about these mini bosses and be making sure that he doesn't get hit by either the mini boss or the jelly beans flying along the screen. He actually got pretty decent luck, I think. Well, actually, the candy corn is the hardest one, so never mind. I'd say he got like okay luck. Now he's just spamming these attacks on the phase 3 of this boss, or phase 4 of this boss, which we've hit already.
Great,
And
that was
that's
great. Phase 3 of that boss.
A little bit faster, but well, instead we just make longer the run.
Yeah. We can't get it, but if everything goes according to plan, TMR is going to be doing just enough damage at the end of phase 1 so that phase 2 comes on. But TMR did so much damage that he's actually kind of in the window of damage for phase 3. So TMR is doing very specific damage and trying to get the parries in against the pink ducks so that he skips, ideally it's going to be phase 2 for the rest of the fight after this.
He got it.
And he got it. You can tell from those explosions at the top. Let's give him a round of applause. That's really, really hard. So you can tell from those explosions at the top of the screen and the way that the boss is like saying, "Okay, I'm dead. Stop attacking me." That he wants. There's phase 3, but he's still in phase 2. This is where the boss is going to be finished. Even
need to get one more power.
parry. Okay. So he's waiting for the dog balloons. Dog balloons. Okay. The dog balloons, and now he's just going to do enough damage to finish off the boss.
Well, if he wants to
There we
die,
go.
Okay. So let's see it. There's going to be another boss glitch here, actually. Hopefully TMR. So TMR is either, ideally, there's 3 possibilities. A, he does the fight normally. B, he does enough damage within this phase in order to kind of, in order to help out with the rest of the fight. The last possibility is that he does enough damage after he goes off screen, but just between the time that he comes in from the left and his tongue rolling out in order to make the fight simpler. So let's see how this fight goes. He needs, the only time in this fight for parries though, is the 3 rings. I haven't been keeping track. I'm not sure if he's done them yet. Clearly he has, because he knows what to do. So
I got the glitch.
he got the glitch.
Yeah, the screen is shaking.
So that he's locked this into place. He's not going to get the 3rd phase.
Yeah.
But he does still have to dodge these little flamers.
So you can see the boss is exploding. So the boss, again, is in that like phase 3 kind of window, and he's just saying, "Kill me." And TMR does. Whew.
Let's see that S.
Show me that S. Actually, I feel like I say that for every single one. But here we have Dr. Call's robot. So TMR is going to expose the boss's heart. First, he's going to actually get 3 parries. The only thing I think you can parry in Legacy is these cylinders that come out of his chest. So TMR is going to do just the right amount of damage to get him on that cusp so that this thing comes out. Then he does a very precise amount of damage to the heart, because after he does that precise amount of damage, he's going to get as close as possible to the heart and do the alternate special for this fight. Oh.
I didn't got it. It's just sometimes I need to do 6 damage to the heart, and sometimes it doesn't quite respect that.
You have to do, basically, I think, the way I understand it is, you have to take that heart to as close as possible to the damage threshold before the next phase without going over. And then you get very, very close and you do this kind of magnet bomb attack, which is otherwise, I think, useless. I never used it in my casual play.
The magnet bomb is sort of like a spread shot. It shoots out a lot of stuff at once, and for whatever reason in this fight, if you get right up inside the heart's hitbox and hit it with all of it at the same time, it just ends the fight immediately and you just win. even if he fails to get it, it's still faster to reset and try again rather than to continue through the fight because it saves so much time.
The third phase lasts, if you make it to it, which we won't be seeing, the third phase lasts extremely long. And that magnet,
Oh, come on.
look at all the projectiles on the screen. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about everything he needs to be mindful of. So, first of all, we have all the bolts coming out of the top part of the head. Second, once he destroys the then the bombs come out and start chasing him down. In addition to that, he also has these just all the parries to be careful of. With and sometimes the arms will come out and either become magnets, which pull him, or else they'll kind of wind through and do damage that way. I feel like I interrupted that, man. Let's hear it for TMR. Do it. TMR, 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 TMR. Oh. You got this. So that's one of the harder ones to come out because he has to watch out for those projectiles. There are just so many types of projectiles.
I'm gonna try Lucky both.
What went wrong there?
When I hit the button Nico, it hit like the target. Yeah.
Cool.
The thing is, I can do the normal way, like it's the three faces. I really want to show you the glitch. It's very difficult to execute.
This is my fault. I told TMR it would be better if he failed this a few times, just to show how hard it is and set up the drama. And then here we go. He's doing it for all of us.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3.
Those hand bullets, just everything together is so hard to
I
dodge.
could do the 6th. Oh, okay. This is my work. This is my work. Please, please.
Yes! Nice!
First try.
First try. No problem, man.
I didn't steal those others.
I mean, even the robot cooperated. Like, he didn't shoot anything there. It was just like.
Blow him a kiss.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I have to restart it. Just, ideally, yeah, you want to wait until she throws some kisses and she gives you like a heart. So those are the only, well, not the only parable things, but the easiest ones to actually get. So I over-damage her. So this time I'm not doing any more damage. I'm just waiting for the kisses.
She is not cooperating. There we go.
There you go. I love you too. Oh! I love you too.
This is kind of a fun fight. It's set in a theater, and it kind of plays through this woman's life. So she's at her wedding. You see the groom in the background, and the next phase when he goes to that is going to be like a little house with babies and stuff. And I don't understand what's happening in phase 3. Maybe you'll figure it out when we get there.
Well, apparently at some point she has meteors and lightning bolts.
She transitions to some sort of goddess. I don't know what part of
and then she dies.
her career is. The fourth one is definitely when she's dead.
That sounds like a perfectly normal life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's what we all hope for.
So this boss is a little dangerous because we had to wait all that time for the parries. Phase 2 is actually the most dangerous, but we got through it, no problem. Here's phase 3. It's really quick, and actually because TMR is the smoke bomb, he can just smoke bomb right through that, whereas it would normally deal damage to him.
Well, it has to be a precise one, I think, and it's very kind of scary.
There's the swan song, and she's already dead.
Dead beyond dead.
Alucinando estoy.
Still gotta see it. I don't believe it till I see it. Kimar, you like King Dice? What are your thoughts on King Dice?
Yeah, actually, that's one of my favorite bosses, together with Calamaria. I mean, naturally, of course. I mean, to me, I didn't play. There is a Sega game, Gunstar Heroes. It has like a very similar kind of format for the boss. fight. But to me, this was the first time I ever see it. So for me, this is the one, right? So I'm gonna go to the number 2. I really like that it has mini bosses and spoiler to at the end the king dies. So it's a pretty nice concept.
There's 9 different bosses that he could choose from here. He obviously has ones that he prefers based on this route, but depending on the route, he might do different ones, or in some cases, all of the bosses.
Yeah, the ones that are fastest, obviously, the ones that are fastest are the ones he goes with. For a little bit, actually, the speed run was using number 3 on the dice track, which is the cigar, if you guys are familiar with this game. But this one, it was found to be faster just after precisely. Next up, yep.
I just want to say definitely must stay for the cigars.
Next up, we have 4, which is, I believe, the domino. There is some danger to this. Again, I mean, like, even though, so to reiterate, you can actually get plus health in this stage, but it's still no damage. Even if TMR lands on one of the spots that's plus health, he can take no damage in this throughout all 3 mini-boss fights, plus the final King Dice fight.
And that's a consequence of playing the Legacy version. If you play on the current patch, as long as you finish a fight with 3 health, it's going to give you credit. And so even if you use the 5 health charm or something like that where you have extra HP, you can go through it. But in this case, if you take any damage, it doesn't matter how many you finished with, it's no good. They're not going to give it to you.
So a quick safety break, just like a little coffee break here. Let's see. Get that 3. Nice.
So on to the monkey.
Get zen. Get zen. And then on to the monkey. Okay. You want to explain the monkey?
Yeah, so we're going, you may have found this casually. I know I did. We're going for a glitch here. He's going to attempt to freeze this monkey off the screen, and it's will be really fast if he gets it. And
No, I didn't.
okay, he's going to try again. He's going to get a lot of opportunities here. It's always going to be faster to keep trying it rather than fight it. I think he got it, and the fight's over. He did it. Normally, there's like 5 phases to that fight, and that just takes too long. So,
like initially, you would think I would never do that fight in a speed run, but winds up because of the glitch being right. Nice. All right, King Dice himself. This fight can be a bit unlucky depending on where the pink parryable cards are. Oh my god,
that's a big gap. This is
you can dash, but yeah. I hope that I can't hear it. I hope everyone behind me is doing the finger walk here.
Oh my god, terrible luck. Okay. Very good. Wow.
Yeah, one hit there, like, and I had to start over the fight.
Double. But on regular and expert modes, these are the final modes. And naturally, we're not going to hand over those contracts. You got to fight us for them, man. There are a bunch of, in the first phase, there are a bunch of different attacks the devil can do. The spider is kind of the worst. This attack is good. And the also the kind of ring of projectiles is difficult as well. This is one of the hardest ones just because it adds so much complexity and makes you have to dodge where you really just want to be dealing damage.
So the phases that he gets here is going to affect what he does because he is looking for parryable items here so he doesn't have to worry about them later. So far he's only gotten 1 attack that actually has, so he's only got 1 fairy right now, Timur. You need 2 more. He's doing that's some more hitbox off screen there. He did a little extra damage. This is the phase where he's going to want to get the rest of the parries because phase 3 and phase 4 are the final 2 phases and things are going to, pardon the pun, but that's where all the hell breaks loose. And he's going to go for it.
You too.
Yeah, the parry, this is the hardest way to parry, but he's going for it. Devil has very little health. It's just about those parries.
Has to get these tears. Time.
That was a 48-42. Fantastic. Give it up to this man here.